Hello everyone, it's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing good. On this Sunday, guys, I know it's Sunday. I know some of you are going back to work tomorrow. It is the half-term holidays for some, you know. Good times. We're going to enjoy it anyway, regardless, we're going to try and cheer you up if you're feeling low, guys, because it is Stretford Post and it is Chatterbox, guys. Please, before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, all that lovely stuff. Maybe even put a little bit of a notification on just so that you know when I go live next time, guys. For all you latecomers out there, of course, guys. But let's get straight into the news, guys. And the headlines are Manchester United looking to revamp that midfield. Of course we are. We're looking to revamp that midfield. There are 3 targets for Manchester United in that midfield position. Which one are we going to get? Or which 2 are we going to get? We need more than one, don't we? We don't just need one, guys. We need at least 2 midfielders in there. The right wing back position, is that going to be sorted? And also, are Manchester United about to make a deal for a centre back? We're going to get into that very, very quickly, guys. But first things first, again, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the stream, guys. Like the stream. Very, very important, you guys, that you smash a like on the video. Really, really helps the algorithms and stuff like that, guys. So thank you so much, guys. I hope I'm not lagging too much, of course. I'm getting that fixed, so don't worry about that. So we'll get that fixed, and guys. Absolutely. Now, let's get straight into the news, shall we? News has broken this afternoon that Manchester United may make a 60 million bid for Adam Wharton, guys. Now, look. A few weeks ago, I spoke about Adam Wharton and I spoke about the gentleman's agreement in regards to Crystal Palace and signing from any club in January. In my opinion, and what I've heard, I don't believe that Adam Wharton will leave in January. However, there is a new bit of news coming out that Manchester United could quite possibly entice Crystal Palace with a move of around 60 million, guys. Me, myself, I can't help but think that why would Crystal Palace do a deal like that? I can't see it right now during the season. It would absolutely disrupt the whole season. And of course, Adam Wharton is not vying to leave. He's not begging to leave. He's not pushing for a move. So why would this happen? Now, this is why it's coming from Sky Sports and a couple of other journalists. It's very, very important that we take this news with a pinch of salt, because obviously we are interested in Adam Wharton. But I doubt that any move is going to be made in January. I don't believe that Crystal Palace will make this move in January. However, it's not in the realms of impossibility that Manchester United could make a deal or a move for Adam Wharton in the summer, guys, because Crystal Palace are very, very reluctant to sell any of their prize assets in January. And do you blame them, guys? They're not doing too bad in the league this season. They're not doing too badly, are they, at the end of the day, guys? Another bit of news coming in, guys, is a name that I've mentioned on this show quite a few times. His name is Castello Lakeba. Now, Lakeba is a centre-back, left-footed centre-back, 22 years old, currently playing for RB Leipzig, guys. Now, what do we make of this? Is there a deal to be done? Now, there is a deal that is going to be near, but it is between a few clubs, including Liverpool and Manchester United. Manchester United are looking to revamp their defensive line, considering the doubts about Licha Martinez and his future. Licha Martinez is not going to be back until November. Doctors have cleared him to be back in November. Can we trust Licha Martinez to be fit for a longer period of time? I don't know. I think it would represent a very, very big risk, guys. It really would. So Manchester United are looking to bring in another defender. Guys, he is a 40 million value defender, so he's not going to be cheap. He is only 22, 27 caps for the French under 21. A decent player and a prospect for the future that fits, obviously, the mold that we are going for at the moment, isn't it, guys? But what I would say is that this defensive option is not a priority for me. I don't believe that Manchester United should be going for a defender right now. It should be all about the midfield, concentrating wholeheartedly, 100% on that midfield, and building that midfield up to a competent midfield partnership, it should be, because we need to get at least 2 midfielders in there. Of course, I spoke about A couple of players this week in regards to Mark Casado. Mark Casado is another one that Manchester United are in for, 22-year-old who's wanted by numerous clubs around the world. The Barcelona, Spanish international, of course. So lots going on at Manchester United at the moment. But Adam Wharton, January links coming out of the airwaves today. I just don't believe that is going to happen. However, you never know what happens in football. Week by week, football changes, doesn't it? But I cannot see how Crystal Palace would want to sell Adam Wharton, guys, in January. I believe that they have a gentleman's agreement already for him to go to whoever it is in the summer. We all know, guys, I've told you guys, Real Madrid are interested in Adam Wharton as well. So we're going to have to be very, very quick and shrewd and efficient when we do this move, because there are other teams waiting in line, of course, guys. Now, in regards to Carlos Baleba, the old Carlos Baleba, here's the little conundrum for you guys. I want to ask you this question, guys. Carlos Baleba looks to have handed in a transfer request and looks to be leaving Brighton and Hove Albion, guys. Now, look, I said it. I'm a big fan of Carlos Baleba. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 times again. I'm a huge fan of Carlos Baleba. But my biggest question has always been professionalism. Professionalism and in conducting yourself to the levels that is expected of a player that can potentially play for Manchester United, right? We've had a lot of mercenaries, a lot of unprofessionalism within the Manchester United ranks over the last few years, haven't we? The last thing that Manchester United need is a player that when it doesn't go his way, his head gets turned and basically down tools because he didn't get his move and he throws his rattles out of his pram. Now, I really hope that this is just a downturn in form. And I hope that he regains his form, because I actually believe that Manchester United and Baleba have an agreement in regards to a transfer, right? And this agreement, I want us to stick to it, because I still believe in his talent. I'm not going to give up on him. I still believe in his talent. But the one thing we have to remember, whilst the player is still underperforming, the price of the player is naturally going to decrease. And Manchester United, we all know, at the flip of a coin, Manchester United will offer less. That's what we do, right, with this ownership. We offer less. So I really do hope that he carries on performing to the levels that he's performing, so that we still keep the interest there and we're still interested in him and fighting for him too for now, because I believe Manchester United are relatively free, 2 quarters away. Half away in regards to Baleba, an agreement with Brighton and Hove Albion. The most likely destination is Manchester United for Carlos Baleba. You type down Carlos Baleba anywhere you go on social media, Manchester United are the team that coming up. Will Carlos Baleba leave in January? Now, look, I would love Man United to do a deal in January. I would actually love Man United to do a deal in January. And I'm going to tell you that right now. I would love Man United to do a deal for Carlos Baleba in January, Adam Wharton in January, Yavi Guerra in January, Yorgiza in January, Casado in January, whoever it is, Lamine Camara, Agume. The names are all there, guys. I would love Manchester United to do a deal in January for a midfielder, because we're incredibly weak in that position at the moment. What the biggest, the key for these deals, and any one of those deals that could quite possibly happen, the key is that Manchester United sell a player in the midfield. Now, obviously, there's rumours about Mainu. Then there's no rumours about Mainu. There's rumours that we're going to keep Mainu. There's rumours that we're going to sell Mainu. Now, the biggest thing in regards to this is what Kobbie Mainoo wants. What does Kobbie Mainoo want? Kobbie Mainoo wants to play in the World Cup, doesn't he? He wants to play in the World Cup. And if he doesn't play for Manchester United, there's little to zero chance of him playing in the World Cup. He's already missed the last few squads, the England squads, of course. Regardless what you think about that, I think he should still be picked in the England squad regardless, because he had something different rather than Jordan Henderson is about 50. So that, obviously, the transfer in January, in regards to midfielder, depends on Kobbie Mainoo and whether Kobbie Mainoo will leave the football club. Of course, guys, this is interesting. That Man United will be making moves regardless in that midfield position, because we are going to lose Casemiro. It looks like we may lose another midfielder as well, i.e. Ugarte, who hasn't settled down at Manchester United. So he could quite possibly go in as well. There's rumours about Bruno. Bruno's leaving. Bruno's staying. Should I stay or should I go? Another one where I'm like, guys, listen. And look, I don't agree with everything everyone says, and I agree with a lot of things people say as well. But I agree with my guy this morning, and he said that if we're going to give the same energy for Baleba for down tooling, why don't we give the same energy for Bruno for down tooling in the Europa League final when Saudi Arabia was his man? And I absolutely agree with that. However, we did give that same energy. We had that same energy. We were giving that same energy. We were very, very disappointed with Bruno Fernandes's performance. He actually gave away the goal, which led to us losing the Europa League final, led to us not getting in the Champions League, which, of course, has had a knock-on effect, a domino effect on the way we are this season, of course, guys. So there we are, guys. Little bit of news coming out of Manchester United, of course. Lots of things coming up. I've got a lot of news coming out through the airwaves, guys, as we go on. Manchester United are looking to invest, guys, absolutely. Now, the elephant in the room, guys, the elephant in the room is this takeover situation. Rumors over here in the UAE is that a consortium over here, I mentioned a couple of companies this morning. Legatum was one of them, and ICD, of course, was the other one in the UAE that could quite possibly put in a bid or invest in Manchester United. This seems imminent. It does seem like the Glazers are finally loosening their hold on the football club. And if this happens, boy, oh boy, celebrate good times, all right. That is what it is, guys, because I will be absolutely delighted. I will be doing a party stream all day long if the Glazers sold their share, guys. Remember that one. I will be doing a day stream of celebrating, guys. Popping balloons, champagne bottles, you name it, the lot. I will be doing it, guys, if the Glazers manage to leave this football club, because it's a godsend, isn't it, at the end of the day? News coming out and circulating, whispers, noises in the shadows, whatever you want to call it, about the Glazers selling up. And you know what? I think it'll be absolutely amazing if we had Dubai versus Abu Dhabi. Dubai versus Abu Dhabi. Man City versus Man United. Here we go, guys. Dubai versus Abu Dhabi. Bring it on, guys. Absolutely. Even though I live in Abu Dhabi, I'll be supporting Dubai. Absolutely, guys, because if they buy Manchester United, of course, and look, you know what? There is no smoke without fire. I've said it 1,000 times over the last few days. There's no smoke without fire in regards to Ineos, in regards to the Glazers setting up, guys. Now, obviously, this is quite controversial because of Ineos. Because if we do sell to Dubai or ICD or Legatum or a consortium of that ilk, this is going to have a knock-on effect for a lot of things at the football club. Now, someone mentioned quite rightly in this morning's show about, can you imagine that a company buy Manchester United, and then that would basically mean that Glazers have used Jim Ratcliffe to build the academy and then just disappear, to build the Carrington, refurb the Carrington and then just disappear. It's a good point. It's a good point. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past the Glazers to do something like that. However, this is business. This is how business is. Business is ruthless. But just because someone is going to invest in Manchester United or perhaps buy Manchester United, buy the shares from the Glazers, doesn't mean that necessarily that Ineos will leave the football club. They could be staying at the football club and working on the day-to-day footballing side of things, guys. That is a thing, of course, absolutely. However, given my experience, and especially over here in the UAE, when they go after something, they want the whole thing. They don't want partial ownership. The only thing I can envision, which I don't believe is true, but the only thing I can envision is that they want to buy the stadium, pay for the stadium, put the naming rights all over the stadium, etc. Own the stadium, basically. I can't see how they would do that if they don't want. They would want the full football club as well, wouldn't they? They want the whole package there, Manchester United and the stadium, etc., etc., etc. But rumors circulating, a bid. News coming out, it's imminent. There may be a bid coming in very, very soon. And you know what, guys? I'm all here for it. But we've been here before, guys. We don't want to be hurt again, do we? We've been here before. We've been here with Qatar. We know all about what they do. And you know what? The Glazers I'm talking about, I don't want to get my hopes up to the levels that I did last time, because we actually felt that back then that we sold the football club. We had Rio Ferdinand saying, oh, it's sold. Watch tomorrow, bruv. Watch tomorrow. The club's going to be sold. Blah, 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 blah. Guys, we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. Absolutely. Let me just say hello, big up to the community, big up the community. How you doing? Absolutely, big up the members, of course, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Of course, let me just say hello to Rio 55. What's going? Red 55, not Rio 55. Definitely not. Absolutely. And cheers to you guys. I've got a Joe the Juice today, guys. A Joe the Juice. I don't know if you've tried it, but it's very nice. Yeah. Coffee. I mean, late in the evening, but I will do. I will be expecting you to do an exclusive interlude with the owners on your channel. I would love that, mate. I would love that. I would love to do that. I would try and do it, mate. Don't worry about that. But hook up by a crook, I will be doing that, my guy. I'm in the UAE. I have no excuses. I will do that, my friend, for this community, of course, guys. Absolutely. And you know what? If it does happen, you know what? I will get some of your questions in. I will get some of your questions in, and I will pose the question to them. I will give the questions to them as well, guys. Absolutely. Big up Red Fred 55, the legend, of course, guys. And big up all the members and all the community, of course, in the house. I really, really appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me just scroll all the way to the top. Good afternoon, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, RJ. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is blessed with you. What happened to Aiden Heaven? Is he injured? No, he's just been dropped from the team. That's about it. He was injured during the preseason, so maybe, just maybe, we're being a little bit cautious on Aiden Heaven because he's still a young player, of course. I believe that Aiden Heaven should be playing. That is me. I believe Aiden Heaven should be playing. Of course, he should be ahead of Luke Shaw. It should be ahead of Luke Shaw, 100%. Good afternoon, Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, Sal. I hope we sign a midfielder in January. It can help us massively. Absolutely, Ephraim. At least one. It will be absolutely incredible. Even if it is a loan deal like Ruben Neves or something like that, I will be absolutely delighted. But if Man United, if the miracle happened and Man United managed to get a Baleba, get a Wharton, what kind of buzz would that do for Manchester United going into the second half of the season? It will be an absolutely, you know what? It will be an absolutely morale boosting move, wouldn't it? Because then we'll have that confidence, that little bit of energy. Obviously, everything depends on Ruben Amorim as well. And we need to remember this as well, guys. Results are very important for Manchester United at the moment. I want Ruben Amorim to succeed because if Ruben Amorim doesn't succeed and it gets to December and we're 15th in the league, I don't believe this will happen, but anything is possible in football, of course. If we get to December and we're 15th in the league, it's quite possible that Ruben Amorim will be sacked. Now, what would that do for Manchester United? That will take out money out of Man United. That we have to pay off Ruben Amorim. We'll have to pay off the new manager to get him in. So that would mean no midfield reinforcements, just like when Eric Ten Hag was sacked last year, of course, guys. So let's not forget that this is very important as well in regards to the transfer dealings we do in January. Now, if there is a resurgence in form, if Kobe Mainoo does leave the football club or goes on loan somewhere, Man United will be looking for replacements for those players. We'll be looking for replacements. And I fingers crossed we do. However, I would say to every single person, as I'm going to keep consistent, don't get your hopes up in January. Wait until the summer. That is when we're going to do deals. Because I've had a lot of broken promises in January. A lot of them. Now, lots of people coming out, but Adam Wharton, 60 million this. Adam Wharton, 60 million that. Have they forgotten something? Just a few weeks ago, I mentioned it on the show. He's got a gentleman's agreement, Crystal Palace, to stay until the summer, and then they're going to let him go. It's a gentleman's agreement. That's what it is. So, look, things can change. Gentleman's agreement. There isn't much weight on these things, of course, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys, don't we? Absolutely. Big up, Kenny, you legend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Big up, Sal. Pre-contract with Wharton will be brilliant. It absolutely will be, Kenny. Even if we do get a pre-contract agreement, absolutely, Kenny, because maybe having an obligation, like agreeing a deal in January for the summer. There's no reason why we can't do that. There's no reason why we can't do that. However, do I see Man United doing that? We're not as competent to do things like that. We weren't competent enough to agree a deal for Baleba in the summer so that all right, you know what? Baleba wants to leave the football club. It's pretty evident he wants to leave the football club. So can we do a pre-agreement for next summer? Something like that. So we already know that, Baleba's coming to Man United anyway. And maybe that might have helped Baleba. Maybe that might have helped Brighton. Maybe Baleba's performances might have been a lot better. If he already knew that there's already an agreement with Manchester United and Brighton or over Albion. Now, Manchester United can have all the agreements they like in regards to Baleba, but ultimately it's all to do with what we do with Brighton. if we agree a deal with Brighton. How much are we going to pay for Baleba, etc.? So it does depend on that, of course, guys. Absolutely. Good afternoon, Stephen. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, of course. Good to see you in the house. Absolutely. Ephraim, Sal, my problem, if we do not sign a midfielder in January, it'll be difficult in the summer. It will be. Look, we've got a lot of problems that are going to be happening, and I'm envisioning a lot of problems happening for Manchester United in this next few weeks, indeed in this next few months, because obviously we've got the AFCON coming up. We got Mazraoui, we got Ahmad and Bremo, who will be going on the AFCON respectively. Now, what do Manchester United do about that? Now, we've got players to cover in regards to Mazraoui, Ahmad, and Mbeumo, but our squad will be extremely thin. It'll be extremely thin, and we won't have enough players in our squad, to finish the AFCON, of course. So Manchester United do need to think about this squad. They do need to think about this and think ahead. They do. I will be doing a watch-along for the AFCON, by the way, and I'm looking forward to it. My team is Nigeria. It always has been, ever since the 90s. I've liked Nigeria, guys, absolutely. But what I would say is that we do need to fix this squad. We do need backup players. It's always an idea. This is why it's disappointing that we got knocked out of the League Cup, because we could have used that opportunity to bred some young players in there, to get them a little bit of experience, of course. But if we do go to the AFCON, of course, we got Cunha, we got Mount, we got Xerxes, we got Bruno. So those players are more than capable of replacing, obviously, Mbeumo. We've got, obviously, Mazraoui's going to the African nation. So we've obviously got Licha Martinez, we've got De Ligt, we got Euro, we got Aiden Heaven. We got Maguire in that centre-back partnership. So we can cope with that for now. So that is okay. So we've relatively kind of covered. We're kind of covered in regards to this. However, that squad is very bare. It's threadbare, Luke, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Luke Chapman, Sam Hoskins becomes the 4th player to score 100 goals for Northampton Town. Big up Northampton Town. Name a famous player who came from Northampton Town, guys. Name a famous player who came from Northampton Town. I'll wait. Absolutely. Stephen, United definitely need 2 midfielders and a right wing back. I agree with Stephen 100% there, my friend. Absolutely. Never get hyped until they're holding up the shirt. Absolutely, William. No doubt about it. We never get hyped on this channel. Definitely not. We got Heaven, Dorgu, Leon, and always left side. Nothing to get done right side. We stuck with Dalot. Gabriel. You know what I would say about the Aiden Heaven? Aiden Heaven is an extremely important player for Manchester United, and I believe in him. I think he's the next world-class defender. I believe that. And he's a generational, and we should believe in him. And the fact that we're not playing him does concern me. It does concern me. The fact that we're playing Luke Shaw ahead of him, and that shouldn't be the case. Aiden Heaven should start every single day of the week. However, I would say that Man United's defence, having lost Lindelof, having lost Aiden Heaven, having lost Evans, needs reinforcements. And can we trust Licha Martinez? Can we trust him? Can we trust Luke Shaw? Can we trust these players? And that is the biggest question I would have in regards to that. The right side of Manchester United's defence needs to be fixed. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that. I've been talking about it during the summer, how Manchester United's defence needs reinforcements, and especially on that right wing back. Vanderson is still a thing. Vanderson, of course, the Monaco Brazilian international, of course, who we are interested in, but we didn't make a move for him. We didn't make a bid for him, which is disappointing. We do need players like that, someone of that ilk. Now, I'm a big fan of Mantato. I'm a big fan of that player. He's a fabulous player coming through our under-21s, a very good player. I don't know why we've not explored this avenue a little bit more, played him a couple of minutes here, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, and sort of like you never know what you would get out of that. Do you know what I mean, guys? But one thing's for certain, Manchester United squad in general is a complete thread of a squad. Basically, one injury and we are screwed, especially when the AFCON comes. Guys, absolutely. If De Ligt gets injured, we are screwed. Mazraoui's already not played for Man United, so it has been a bit of a problem. If Aiden Heaven gets injured or Luke Shaw gets injured, we're very threadbare, and we do need squad players. So, is AFCON can affect the transfer of Baleba? In what way? No, the only way I can envision it affecting the transfer of Baleba is if Cameroon get to the latter stages of the AFCON, because the AFCON does go on to January the 21st, I believe. So if he goes on, I don't think it will affect him, to be honest with you. If Man United do a deal in January, which I feel, guys, is unlikely. Man United can speak to representatives of Baleba, can get a deal struck before then, and he can sign for Man United, during that process, of course, whilst the AFCON is on. However, it does make things a little bit more complicated. Of course it does. Of course it does make things more complicated because obviously the window's not open for long, is it? So, it does make things a little complicated, but I wouldn't say it's in the realms of possibility. However, I did say I don't expect Man United to be spending a lot of money on the likes of Baleba or Adam Wharton in January. I just don't see it happening, guys. I really don't, unfortunately, as much as we need it. Hey, big up DJ. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hello, mate. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Just can't leave United, not even for an hour. I bowed down before you. Big up, my friend. No need to bow down before me. You are an absolute legend. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate you every single day, my friend. Welcome to Stretford Post, my guy. Irfan, Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton and Anderson. Wow. You don't ask so much, Irfan. Certainly don't. We won't get 3 players. Let me just tell you that right now. Let me just clarify that. I would shave off my eyebrows if we got 3 players, guys. We're not going to get 3 midfielders. Absolutely not. It could be one of Baleba, Wharton, or Anderson, right? It could be one of them. Whilst Baleba is underperforming, right? I don't agree with it wholeheartedly. I don't agree with it 100%. But whilst Baleba is underperforming, Elliot Anderson and Wharton are still in a march on the Manchester United move, right? I'm not arrogant to think that we're guaranteed Elliot Anderson and Adam Wharton, by the way. We got to qualify for Europe. We got to try and qualify for the Champions League, which is going to be very difficult at the moment, of course. Maybe you call me delusional, whatever you want to call me, but we still need to qualify for those tournaments because the likes of Real Madrid, etc., will become calling because Real Madrid are looking to reboot their midfield, of course, guys. So we have to wait and see. DJ, not a Baleba, sorry, man. Elliot, man. Big up Elliot Anderson, of course, my friend. Absolutely. Mainu will go out on loan. I wouldn't be surprised, Neil Gunner. Big up Neil Gunner. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I wouldn't be surprised, my friend. I wouldn't be surprised. And would you blame him, bruv? Would you blame him? I don't blame him. I think I'm a big fan of Mainu. I think that Bruno is stifling Mainu. I don't think Bruno is a fantastic midfielder, and I think that Mainu should be playing in that position. That's just my opinion, my subjective opinion of football, of course, guys. So what I would say is that Mainu's been a little bit hard done by this year, and I wouldn't mind if he went on loan, as long as the loan is going to contribute in getting back in that England team. Because, guys, listen, those who watch England are from England. I want England to do well. I want England to have the best squad. Jordan Henderson is in that England team. Jordan Henderson is in that England team. For goodness sake. Mainu should be in that England team all day long. He can do everything. Number 8, number 6, score goals, bring that ball forward, everything. Why the hell is Jordan Henderson in that squad? I will never know. The failure is there, guys. Absolutely. Mainu will go to Everton. I think that would be a bit low for him. Don't you think, DJ? I think that'd be a bit low for him. I think he needs to go to a team that is a little bit higher, in my opinion. Definitely there. Big up DJ Darkest Night. The darkest night. Big up DJ. Sal, it will be lovely if we sign Baleba and Wharton. Unfortunately, with the owners, there is no chance. Yeah, look, you never know in football, Ephraim. I would never say never in football. One thing I've never done is say never. I've seen Jurgen Klinsmann sign for Tottenham. I've seen Attilio Lombardo go to Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? These guys. I've seen Carlos Tevez and Mascherano go to West Ham. You never know in football. Do you know what I mean? But one thing is for certain, we are owned by people who are intent on not spending money. They are penny pinchers and they want to save as much money as humanly possible, and to have Baleba and Wharton in that midfield will be absolutely incredible. However, guys, let me just clarify. It all depends on Bruno Fernandes. It all depends on him, because if Bruno Fernandes decides I want to stay at Man United, I'm going to stay at Man United. Man United miss out on 60 to 80 million euros, guys. Straight away there, off the cuff, don't they? So if Bruno Fernandes stays, there's no way Man United are going to sign Baleba and Wharton. It's even a low possibility, even if Bruno leaves, that we get 2 midfielders, right? But Man United look likely to lose Casemiro and Ugarte, in my opinion, this summer. I said it at the beginning that I can't see Bruno Fernandes leaving Manchester United. I can't see him leaving Man United. I think he's going to retire. Honestly, Aviva at Man United. LT, big up Sal. Ineos need to prioritize CM in January. Absolutely. If they're serious about any chance of qualifying for the European football for next season and show that they actually back the manager. Absolutely, LT. Absolutely. Look, I wish Ruben Amorim nothing but the best until December, January time. That is his key. He needs to get to December and January. We have had pound for pound the hardest fixture list out of all the teams in Europe, I believe, guys. Very, very difficult opening few games of the season. We've had Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in the opening 10 games of the season. That's 40% of the season. Opening 10 games is the top four. 40%. What are the odds in that? That is a difficult start to the season. We're not even including the likes of Brighton coming up, West Ham away coming up. These type of teams that are also notoriously difficult for us. Brentford were difficult for us as well. We should have won that game, or should have at least got a draw. But yeah, look, you know, it's been a very difficult start. If Ruben Amorim can get to December unscathed, right, and get into a respectable league position, right, I think that we will. I hope that he gets back to January. I really do. It will give him a boost. It will give us a boost. It will give the team a boost, of course, and the players that need to leave as well. I really do hope so. I'm fingers crossed, guys. We'll have to wait and see. DJ Sal, thank God we are talking about football and not money. I mean, look, at the end of the day, look, guys, I really wish that, you know what I had? I really wish that I had a platform in the 90s. I know that this type of technology, YouTube and sector like that, didn't really exist in the 90s, did it? But I really wish we did have it, because, oh my goodness me, imagine the vibes on the stream, guys. Imagine the bantering, etc., and the winning, and it would have been absolutely peak, guys. I probably have a few million subscribers by now, by the way, anyway. But there you go, guys. Soon come. Don't worry about it, guys. I won't wait until I'm 125 years old to have a million subscribers anyway, but you never know what happens. It might take you. I might just get a few people on this channel, which might sway it a little bit, guys. Just hold this space, guys. Absolutely. Stretford Post. We are waiting in the wings, guys. It's the wrong time to step off Stretford Post at the moment, because we are growing, guys. Absolutely. And those who miss now will miss forever. Absolutely. Big up, Dark, DJ Dark, my friend. So is Mazraoui back? Mazraoui is back. Yes, I believe. He's back. Whether he's going to be fit enough to play for Liverpool is another story. I did say after the game against Sunderland that Manchester United will be playing the same team against Liverpool. I don't agree with that team. I don't. The team was, obviously, we had Lamens, which I agree with, of course. Dalot as a left wing back. Shaw as a centre back. Was it De Ligt as a centre back? And the right centre back was against Sunderland was Lenny Yoro, wasn't it? Was it Lenny Yoro against Sunderland? Yes, it was. And then on the right wing, we had obviously Ahmad. We had obviously Fernandes and Casemiro in the midfield with Mbeumo, Cunha as the number 10s and Sesko up front. And that Mount and Mbeumo, sorry. We had Mount and Mbeumo and Cunha up front. And Sesko up front. I believe that is going to be the team against Liverpool. I really do. Hijacks are real. Big up, my friend. What's that all about? Big up, my hijacks are real. Especially in football. When the Glazers bugger off, I will drink for them. Big up, William. I think we're going to celebrate pretty hard. I think we will celebrate pretty hard when the Glazers leave this football club, this great football club that we love. You know what I mean? When they, I really do hope that they leave, of course. Big up, DJ. Shave my head. If we, look, guys, I will shave my head if that happens. Absolutely. Of course I will, mate. Of course I will. But I need to be wary that my hair don't grow back. I'm getting to that age where when I cut my hair, I'm worried it won't grow back. Do you know what I mean? So I'm getting to that age where I have to be a little bit wary about cutting my hair too much, because if it doesn't grow back, you know what? It's pretty. Listen. If I have a skinhead, you wouldn't want to meet me in a dark alley. Just put it that way. You wouldn't want to meet me. I look like an absolute nutter. Absolutely, guys. Ishmael, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, bro. It's still not going to save Ruben Amorim with his defense. Let's wait and see, my friend. Let's wait and see. Absolutely. Sal, lend us 5.5 billion. Look, I mean, if I could, I would buy Manchester United tomorrow, mate. If I had the money, I would buy Man United tomorrow. It'd be the first thing I'd do. Absolutely. Guys, if I came across that sort of money. It's not going to save Amorim with his diminutive tactics. It's nothing to do with the tactics, my friend. Come on, Ishmael. We're brighter than that. It's to do with the players. That has been proven. Glazers, rats, hand over the keys. Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. LT, to be honest, Bruno, Casemiro, Maguire, Dalot, Short should be the next lot to go for next season. I agree. If we're serious about rebuild and actually moving forward and removing all the serial failures. LT, you know what? We're on the same page, mate. We're on the same page. I absolutely agree with you, LT. There's rare a time I don't agree with you. What can I say? I agree with that. I think that Man United do need to get rid of these players. Man United need to think forward rather than backwards in regards to keeping these serial failures, which they are, guys. We have to be real with this. They are serial failures. They're not serial winners, are they? And I don't believe what they can offer for this football team going forward. I really can't. I don't think they're miraculously going to turn it around and become these world-class players all of a sudden at their age, 30-odd. Absolutely. Big up, LT. William, Glazers definitely use Radcliffe to do a cock-up, to do up Carrington, to do the club value. I think the regeneration has collapsed. Now, look, guys, I've been speaking about the regeneration project and the little snag that this generation project has potentially had. Look, one of the theories that is out there that the Glazers will sell if the regeneration project doesn't go ahead. If the regeneration project falls flat on its face, I can't see how the Glazers will be saying. I think they're just going to take the money and go. The reason that the Glazers were evaluating Manchester United at 10 billion plus is because of that regeneration project, because of how much money they could possibly make with that, So if that doesn't go through, it's good for us. I know that a lot of people are going to go, oh, no, you shouldn't be wishing bad on the regeneration project because it's a new stadium, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about the new stadium. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to hold my hands up. I don't care about new stadium. I want Old Trafford rebuilt, refurbished, guys. And anyone who doesn't want that, I would actually, if it was possible, guys, if it was possible and you could choose between a new stadium, right, or completely rebuild Old Trafford, what would you choose? Old Trafford for me, because I'm a Man United fan. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But, guys, yeah, look, you know what I would say? If they did sell the club, this is business. This is business. And it doesn't mean necessarily that Ineos are going to leave the football club. I wouldn't say that wholeheartedly. However, I do believe that these billionaires, they would want to buy the club fully. They wouldn't want to buy the club partially with a 20% odd. I don't think that will happen. Just like it happened with Qatar. Qatar said we want the full club or we want nothing. You know what I mean? And yeah. Big up, Bobby. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well, Bob. Hope you're good, my friend. Good to see you again. Hope you're blessed, my guy. Absolutely. Good to see you. Sal, I haven't a clue what you are on about, but I like it. Big up, DJ. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. We got it. Vibes. Telepathic, my friend. It's all about telepathy. Is it telepathy, if that even is a word? Big up, Tyborg. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well, my guy. Hope you're good. Can't even properly imagine the morning when I wake up to the news that the Glazers are gone and we have a wealthy owner. What an amazing feeling that would be. Tyborg, listen, bruv. I will tell you this right now, my guy. I would be absolutely buzzing. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I'll be singing that. I can see your love's the... Oh, my goodness me. Goodness, I've got quite a voice there. That echo does make my voice a little bit better, actually. It's like singing in the shower. But definitely, guys, I will be singing all stream. I'll be delighted all stream. I'll be on here all day. On here all day, guys. I'll be on here all day. On this stream all day, talking about the history of the Glazers, where we come, where we've been, where we're going to go. And, I mean, it would be absolutely incredible. Absolutely. Tybo, you're making me feel all fuzzy inside, man. You're making me feel fuzzy. Just the mere thought of that happening. Do you know what I mean? It'd be absolutely incredible. Kenny. Big up, Kenny. I was hoping for a peaceful end to my Sunday. A good spliff and cuddle with them. What are you on about, DJ Darkus? Listen, I'm going to pretend I don't hear that. We don't condone substances of any such kind on stream. Absolutely not, by the way. Guys, there are other ways to get your body in motion, if you know what I mean, or mind. In terms of the club being sold, I'll just be in hope that it happens. But until there's clarity, I'm very cautious about getting excited about the takeover talk. LT, I think we all like that. It's not like PTSD, but it's almost like, we've had 20 years of disappointments with the Glazers. It feels like, a prison sentence. It feels like something that you just feel like will never happen. When things are there for so long, and then all of a sudden it's gone. You just can't see it happening, can you? You can't see it actually happening. And as much as we want to, we can't get enthusiastic. We can't get so excited. You're sort of like, yeah, okay, Man United selling again. All right, then. All right, mate. And that's what it's like at the moment for us, isn't it? We can't really be so giddy and zealous in regards to it. Unfortunately, it's sad. Absolutely. DJ Darkus, love you though, really, Sal. Next time I tune in, I'll get a stove. Big up DJ Dark. Big up DJ Darkus. Don't do that, mate. Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen to me with everything. I don't know where you're from, DJ Darkus, but big up yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you, mate. Jaffa. Big up, Jaffa. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I think Dalot, Maguire, Casemiro, Shaw, and maybe Bruno off next season. This is Amorim's first season. He will be getting his team next season, and it's going to be scary. Believe me. Come on, Jaffa. Come on, Jaffa. Jaffa, I like your comments, mate. You give me enthusiasm. You give me another buzz. I've had enough buzz. Speaking of buzzes, I mean, DJ Darkus isn't speaking a lot about that today, but speaking about actual making me feel good about the future of the football club, Jaffa is that guy. Absolutely. Look, I really hope that Amorim proves all the haters wrong. That is my hope. That is my hope. He proves all those haters, all those doubters, all get him out of my club, the Portuguese fraud, blah, 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 blah. All those people, you know what I mean? Get this shoved down their throat, of course, guys. William, Adebayo played. Adebayo, yes, he did play for Northampton Town. He also played for Leicester City, if we all remember that. Adebayo, we all remember Adebayo, don't you? Those of a certain age, of course we do, guys. Adebayo did play for them as well. Big up, LT. Just realised we're stuck with Dalot in the right wing back during the AFCON. Absolutely, yeah. Unfortunately, we need to give Mantato a chance, mate. AFCON, but advantage might be Bruno in the 10 for Embremo as long as a mount is available. That won't happen. This is the problem, LT. LT, look, you know, we can play Embremo on the right. We know we can play on the Embremo right, but on the right, I just can't see Ruben Amorim doing that. You know, I can't see him doing that, even though Embremo's played on the right a number of times. He plays on the right for Cameroon, etc. You know, I just can't see him. I can't see him doing that, even though he's a godsend, and he should do that, of course. Big up, Miles. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Oh, good. Hello. Hi. How you doing, Sal? Hope you're well. I'm very well. Hope you're well as well, Miles. You're absolute legends. I would love to go back to the days of attacking wingers, maybe old fashioned. Love your great work as always. Peace, bro. Thank you so much, Miles. You know what? One day in a distant dream, I would love Man United to come out there 4-4-2, 2 wingers, 2 strikers. Football's a simple game, as they say, isn't it? Football is a simple game, of course. Ellen, hiya. What's going on? How are you? How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Congratulations on the win yesterday in regards to Norway. Norge. Absolutely, guys. I celebrated by going to IKEA, even though that is not Norway, that's Sweden. I know, but it's close enough, isn't it? And definitely well done. Well done. You stuffed them. Listen, you know what? You were promised that win 3,000 years ago. So there you go. Big up. Goodness me. Keep going. Big up, my friend. Big up. 1 second. 1 second, guys. 1 second at a time. Want me to add you? Yes, please. Sorry, it was Judge Mo. You don't want to be judged by the judge, so I had to text back Judge Mo. Guys, love you, Sal. Love you too, brother. Please take me out for dinner first. What's going on? Absolutely. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't be drinking coffee in the evening, but it is decaffeinated. It is decaffeinated. It is decaffeinated. So don't worry about that, guys. Absolutely. Neil Gunner, 93. Neil, did you start supporting Arsenal in 1993? Didn't they win a League Cup then? Everton this season wouldn't be a bad move, you know. I agree, Neil, somewhat. However, I do think that these teams, Everton, Neil, you know that teams like Everton, they always have that quick start. Do you know what I mean? They always have that quick start. But then they might start declining, if you know what I mean, start going down sort of thing. Absolutely. Moyes and Everton, wow. Yeah, they're doing well. Congratulations to them. Absolutely. Wesley, Took Radcliffe months to get part owner with when UAE came in. How long would it take for them to take over completely? It won't be easy, Wesley. And as we know, with the takeover process with Qatar, with Jim Ratcliffe, with Glazers, it takes months. It could take up to a year. Now, there was rumors. Laurie Whitwell was talking about the Glazers could sell in 2027. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this drags on to 2027. You know, probably like end of 2027. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Definitely not. And you know what the Glazers do? You know what I mean? The Glazers are a bit like sitting in a circle playing parcel. I don't know if anyone's played parcel before, but you play the music and you pass the package, which is wrapped with numerous amounts of newspaper, and you pass it around until the music stops. And whoever it stops at, you rip it, your first layer. And then when the music starts, you have to pass it. Regardless, you have to pass it over again. There is a prize in the middle. Now, what the Glazers do, they hold it, and the music starts and they don't move it. And you go, pass it. No. Guys, I'm talking absolute nonsense, but this is how it is. They are slow. Absolutely slow. Rangers again. He's gone back to Rangers. I didn't know that, my friend. I didn't know that. Neil, Mainu just needs to play football. And Moisey plays him, he could bring to... So, I mean, you know what I want, Neil? I want him to play for England. I want him to get in the England squad. Whether he plays or not is irrelevant. I want him to get in the England squad. I feel he deserves it. I think he's good enough. I think he's better than Jordan Henderson. I don't believe that Jordan Henderson should be in that England squad. What has he won at England? Why is he guaranteed a spot in that England squad? And this is my biggest bold with that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Let me just see this. DJ. Sorry, lads. Can see Mainu in an Everton shirt. Big up, my friend. Big up, of course. This international break have latest for months, or it feels like it's lasted for months. It does, Ellen. I get you. It feels like it's lasted for months. Absolutely. Look, you know, there's been too many lately. And you know what, Ellen? There's another one in November. There's another one in November as well. Can you believe it, guys? Absolutely. Hopefully it's not my birthday. Guys, don't forget my birthday, 25th of November. Don't forget that anyway. Guys, write it down. There you go. Absolutely. DJ, Sal, low score prediction 2 from United for me. I'm going to give that very soon, depending what the team lineup is, of course. Dave, what's going on, Dave? How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Hello. Sal, big up yourself. Hello, hi. Just a small recap. What was the new breaking UAE bid? Guys, UAE bid breaking. The breaking news in regards to UAE bid is that a bid is imminent. I'm living over here in the UAE, Dave, if you don't know. And numerous amounts of people in my circle over here in the UAE are saying that there is a bid on the way from a consortium in the UAE. Now, that could be Legatum, which is a investment company who own the likes of GB News in the UK, if you don't know. Guys, or there could be ICD, which is the government-owned investment consortium of Dubai, which obviously owns everything, including the Islamic Bank and etc., and worth 1.4 trillion, of course, guys. So there is a lot of news coming out, but the noises that are coming out are positive noises. They're noises that are exciting, but also we have to wait and see, because you know what the Glazers do, don't you, mate? The Glazers are very... annoying is a very simplified word. It doesn't do them justice. They are very, very good at changing their mind, basically, and slowing things down and stuff. So fingers crossed they get rid of it. They don't change their mind in regards to if they are setting up the club, my friend. Absolutely. But there's more details if you scroll back to the show. I gave all the details out, of course. Big up, Matt Dave, though. Big up, my friend. Good to see you. Great community, Sal. You're booting here, Sal. Big up, mate. Guys, look, you know what? I've got a fantastic community. I feel like I've known you guys for years. You know, as I said before, people will drop off. That's life. You can't please everyone in life. At the end of the day, some people, you can give them knowledge, but they won't. Unfortunately, some people are not intelligent enough to take the knowledge in, so they just disappear. So that's fine. Absolutely. And guys, but yeah, thank you so much. It's good to have you here, and we will continue to grow. Don't forget to spread the Stretford Post word, of course. LT. And we need Dorgu on the left for Liverpool, because if he played Dalot there, Salah is going to have a field day. And as much as Dorgu might not have the final ball in attack, he'd be better. LT, mate, I bow down to LT because I cannot argue with LT here. It's exactly what I've been talking about. I just believe that he's going to play Dalot. I believe he's going to play Dalla, and I don't think that would be wise. You're absolutely right. And I spoke about it after the Sunderland game. I said that, you know what, we're going to play against Liverpool, and you know what, there's going to be Mohamed Salah is going to be terrorizing Dalot on that side. We need, as much as people don't think that, look, the final ball thing is overrated in regards to the way they're talking about Dorgu. Dorgu's a bloody 20-year-old. You know what I mean? He's going to improve his final ball. Beckham was at Preston North End you know what I mean, at 20. So we need to give him some time. But I absolutely agree with you. He will be better defensively, more naturally inclined on that side to mark Salah, I believe, guys. And Salah, look, it might be a great time to play Liverpool as well. Absolutely. Dorgu scored 2, as did Højlund. Absolutely. I think he scored 1, DJ. I think it was 1. Big up. Yeah, Dorgu's a good player, man. Honestly. People going in on Dorgu, trust me. Sal, my son is 5 years old and plays football just like Pedri. Good luck to him, mate, Wesley. Keep going, keep pushing. Put him on YouTube, all the skills and that. Keep pushing him in there, guys. Keep going for all the trials you could possibly go for. Absolutely. I mean, even if it's League 1, League 2, Championship, go for trials, mate. Keep pushing. If he's good as Pedri, mate, he's got a chance. You know what I mean? Best of luck, man. Best of luck. You know what I mean? Adversity to the stars. You know, he who dares wins. And that's what life is. Absolutely, Wesley. If you want me to do anything, I'll be happy to help you. I think most of our fans have come to the same conclusion, really. What is that? I haven't got a clue. There you go, DJ. Took the words right out of my mouth. Ellen, looks like we are going to the World Cup for the first time in 30 years. Is it 30 years? 1998? I remember because you were in Scotland's group and Morocco's group, if I'm not wrong. 27 years. Listen, I count every year. When you get to my age, I count every year. Yeah, 27 years, 1998. Well, it will be, it will be 28 years. 28 years. 28 years. Yeah, because it'd be 26, wouldn't it? Yeah, 28 years. Dave, we really need that Anfield win. Some Liverpool fans already want Osali slot sat. The crash will be, look, you know what I did, Dave, right? I said it last season. As well as Arnie Slot did, right? He only had to press play. He only had to walk into that football club. Look, Ruben Amorim could have walked in that football club and won the league. That is what it is, right? He only needs to walk in that football club and press play. And I told people about this. When it's time to start getting his own players in there and start rebuilding the squad, that is when he will get judged. Now, it is early in the season. And calling for the sacking is madness. It's crazy at the end of the day. Having Liverpool just won 2 league titles in 30 years and he's won 1 of them. So they got to give him a chance, right? But yeah, I believe it's going to be difficult for him. And when the going gets tough, you know, at Liverpool, you know, he's going to have problems there. He's going to have problems because Liverpool fans have been a little bit sport with Jurgen Klopp in a way. Sympathy? Absolutely not. Spent a lot of money, nearly $1 billion in money, $500 million, he should say. He spent on an already title-winning team. So what does that tell you? I said it on another show. I went on someone else's show. I think it was Hussam and Mo's show. And I said to Hussam, I said that Liverpool overcooked it in the transfer market. I think they overdid it. You know, it reminded me a little bit of Real Madrid during the Galacticos period when they had Figo, Beckham, Zidane, Roberto Carlos, Raul, Morientes, and all these players up there. Ronaldo, R9. And I remember saying that just because you buy the most expensive players, just because you buy the best players, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be successful. You have to find players that fit, you know? And Alex Ferguson used to do it. Alex Ferguson loads of times disappointed me in the transfer window. Guys, I am guilty when we signed Dwight York, when we signed Michael Carrick. I was guilty of saying, Dwight York, I want Patrick Kluivert. Michael Carrick, I want Zidane. Leave it to the experts, isn't it, at the end of the day, because he knew what he was doing. And I learned that very quickly. And I think that they absolutely overcooked it in the transfer market for me. And I still don't believe that calling him to be sacked is wise. I don't. I think that's a little bit unfair, you know, but that's Liverpool for you. You know what I mean? Derez, Sal, what do you think of 16-year-old Mexican Gilberto Mora? Mentioned him on this channel. The first to do so as well, Derez. right back, guys. Yes, very, very talented individual indeed. Very, very talented. And I mentioned him on the channel a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Bora, of course, guys, if you scroll back. I say things when they're not popular to say. I don't know why. I just do, guys. Absolutely. Anyone would have thought I had some contacts. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. He's a very talented player, but very young, very raw. A bit like Diego Leon, who we signed and hasn't got appearance yet. We have to be very careful when we bring in these players because I'm all for bringing in these type of players. But one thing I want is that I don't want these players to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? Doing nothing. You know. Right? He's a very talented player. We need a right wing back. Ellen. I wouldn't like to loan Kobe out to another Premier League club, loan him to France, Germany, or Spain. I agree, Ellen. I agree with that because it can come back to haunt us, isn't it? And what I would say is that, especially the way Everton are going at the moment, we don't want them to get in Europe and take one of our European places. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Yeah, I would like him to go to Germany. I think Germany will be a good move. Good pace to the league. Go to Italy, maybe. Napoli want him. Napoli is a great club. Napoli want Kobe Mainoo. I mean, why don't he go to Napoli? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. Box, good afternoon. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Aaron Wharton being left out of the England squad is shocking. I think he's injury prone, isn't it, Box? That's the only thing with it. It is shocking. It is shocking. When Jordan Henderson is getting in the squad. Jordan Henderson. The specialist in failure for internationally wise. Oh, unbelievable. I can't believe we got that guys. Absolutely. Imagine it does happen, Dave. How ironic. Wouldn't it? I sound like an Alanis Morissette. Wouldn't it be ironic if we did win our 2 games in a row with all those narratives, with all those headlines about, he can't even win 2 games in a row, blah, blah, blah. And he does it at Anfield. Mad. That would be crazy, wouldn't it, mate? Absolutely. Wouldn't it be ironic? I'm not going to hope for anything at Anfield. They won the league and he came 15th. If we want to be awesome, but I expect the worst and hope for the best. Never expect the worst of Manchester United. We came from far greater adversities, Ellen. Far greater adversities than going to bloody Anfield. You know what, in life? Let me tell you something, Ellen, in life, and I would urge you, right, to do it, right? You know, greatness wasn't built on comfort zones. Greatness wasn't built on comfort zones. The world is your oyster. You have a chance to change the narrative. Do it. We drew there last season, a better Liverpool side. We should have won. Maguire missed an open goal. We could do it. We could do this. Absolutely. Don't worry about it. Bournevex, we got each other. Big up, people. Top appreciation button here. Thank you so much, Bournevex. You absolute legend. Thank you so much, friend. Big up for the 50 likes, guys. Thank you so much, everyone in the stream, guys. I'm off now, guys. I got to do a couple of things, but thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate you all. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're hovering in the background or what you're doing in the shadows, I don't want to know. But let me tell you something, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. Don't forget to put your notifications on. Okay, guys? Much love to you all. Really appreciate it. Great show, guys. Have a fabulous day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox, the legendary Chatterbox. Shall see you soon through the window. Take it easy, guys. Peace.